Hey everybody, this is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Ended up doing this week's capture on V's place. Venus, thank you very much for hosting this week's edition. Sorry if I'm a little scrambled, coffee hasn't quite kicked in yet. Wanted to get in here a little before the action so I'm not talking over it and I'm doing more of a straight capture style once we get to the action. But there's some really, I think it's exciting stuff. And as you can tell from the tone of my voice, excitement is just not something that registers for me. So as I'm sitting here restocking at the shop, I just wanted to take a couple moments and go over this. One, I think after the holidays here, I'm going to go ahead and start trying to line up some interviews with people, do more of an interview type show. I really want to get to know as many people in the community and as much about you as possible, because this has just been such an awesome experience and there is, quite frankly, so much going on around here. It's kind of neat to see everything unfolding, especially some of the things that have been happening, and that's going to tie into something that I'm going to tease right here, but I'm not going to come out and outright say. Expect for some new and different video types to be coming out from me as early as this coming week. This is coming out on a Sunday morning, so in the next couple days expect episode 1 of a new series. Something that's not straight up gameplay and everything. But we're gonna go ahead and do a little sample at the end of this little run here on what an interview show with me might sound like. It's a bit rough, but I had some willing volunteers give me a bit of their time, and we'll go over that later. But for now, we're going to level 40, monster 90. I'm just sort of looking for a field where I won't get marked, because I've had some bad luck with monster mobs lately. Sunny Demon's going to give us a level 35 wood field, so that seems like a pretty safe bet. We're going to warp there. Always like the wood fields because there's a chance of that forest field. It just feels so different from everything else, and it's really probably my favorite field type to play. Sure enough, we get it here. And I'm just blindly sort of going for the close-up side shot here for the chest, and I whiff on it badly. I end up having to use the camera cut anyway. Usually don't worry too much about speed boosts or things in these kind of fields. I should really worry more about the buffs. Probably pick up some bloods and things. I know we were running a dungeon yesterday for fun, and ended up getting marked because I forgot my shortcut on Beast's Bane, and it was a magic immune monster. So dopey me, I hit the buttons wrong and ended up doing something else, and that was game over. Probably a good reason for the shortcut overlay. I really gotta download that. I've just been relying on memorizing, and here we're up against a Skate Rat Arc and a Spectre. Skate Rat Arc, important to get out of the way because it can revive. If you hate the Minears, you'll really hate the Skate Rat Arcs. I believe they have a Paralyze ability as well. Like, they're kind of nasty as far as monsters go. Spectre in that sort of Shining Eyes category. Rhynak is the summon version of it. Just those big, like, Grim Reaper looking dudes. A lot of them have the Death Touch attack, but I don't think I've ever seen that ability used with the Spectre in particular. It seems to have a skill drain. Already we've found our dungeon, only one portal out in the field there, but it was a doozy. Close up here. Just sort of chilling out at this moment, waiting for the Blade Master model to get into the casual or downtime pose and finding a good camera angle. Gonna use this in the thumbnail. Not too much else to say about it there, just gonna go to town on, paint and show you all that I really don't have any artistic skill whatsoever. But that's the fun of Weekend Warrior. It's my blow-off Steam sort of upload, and just have a little fun. Be creative. this is one of these things that I think of as a purely creative endeavor, so I put a little bit of myself in each upload, but I think the Weekend Warrior is really where I try and sort of let the guard down a bit and really kind of show you guys a bit into my personality. Hopefully it's enjoyable, hopefully you're coming back, and judging by the response lately, you know, you guys are kind of digging this, and that's cool. Coming up on a portal here in this L-shaped room. Just a chest, trapped chest. So lucky break already. Get Hands of Fire in there. Moving into the next room. Yet another chest. Is this going to be one of these like gimmick dungeons where there's going to be no monsters? Wouldn't that be great, finish an entire thing and you only had one portal to clear? Actually, now that I'm saying out loud, that would kind of suck. Brought this Blade Master for a reason, you know. Here we're up against a Skate Rat Arc. He's just on his own, though. Not too much to worry about there. Cut him down to size, give him a little of the old dot hack and slash. Terrible jokes are free. Feel free to lampoon them at their own, and instantly the threat level of this dungeon just went up by 1,000%. A couple of evil armors, and as you can see, I almost bit it there. Dummy me went for a big flashy attack that got nowhere, and I got hacked to ribbons. So I'm just backing the hell off and casting Ryrom like it's the only thing I know how to do. Best thing with these evil armors is just to keep a distance. I don't have the greatest gear on the planet, but at level 34 I'm not hurting for stats. I've got some good stuff equipped, but man, two of them's just gonna wipe you out. Managed to kill the one with Ryroms. I run out of SP and I decide to save on the Mage's Soul for now and just run in and finish off the other. You could stand toe-to-toe with an evil armor, especially if you're a heavy axe or if you're spec'd out for defense. 2 is really pushing it there. Like, it took them maybe 2 seconds to get me down into critical health, and it was by end of attack animation alone that I survived. Cutting back down, doing a little backtracking to the bottom of this map here. There's a little room with an altar with a chest. Pick the devil up and just explode the corpses sitting in the room, those breakable objects. I don't know why. Just such an unexpected level of explosion when you hit those things. Like, you're looking at them, and realistically they would just crumble if you hit them with your weapon, but here they just blow to pieces, and it's always a riot for me. Some of the simple things that amuse me, if you will. Moving into this next room, it's all bigger room, turns, and once again... Oh, this one's got 3 evil armor. Well, it's at this point where I would normally say game over, but you know what? We're not quitters, we're gamers, so we gonna game. Here I'm just going to try and get him in the hallway here, and now that I got him down that corridor, just run the heck away to the other side of the room. This is ideally the situation I want, where I could sort of trap one behind the others, and just keep using Ryrom to sort of keep them in place. Another important thing is to use the geography to your advantage. Gotta make sure, and this is where open rooms could be your enemy. If this was one of those large square rooms, that 3rd evil armor would be able to get around this little roadblock I have set up here, just casting Ryrom until there's no more SP left in the well. And it had been able to just circle around and hack me to bits, but because this is a narrower room, I was able to isolate it, take out the other 2, and once again, it's a one-on-one fight. I make sure I'm at full, which was a good idea because my first hit got blocked by the shield ability. Eventually take it down, get the better of it. There's always those times in the game where you're picking up like 18-20 experience from something that was a really benign threat. And 12 experience is nothing to sneeze at, but when you look at the amount of hassle it takes to kill those evil armors, and you see 36 experience, you're just sort of like, oh, yeah, well, as long as that doesn't happen again. And sure enough, the very next room, we got more evil armors. This time just a pair, and it's one of these smaller T-shaped rooms. So we've got a door behind, got a door at the bottom, and got a door heading up. Most importantly, we got 2 evil armors staring at us, so once again, casting Ryrom like the level 2 Wave Master we are. I'm not gonna lie, Ryrom is one of my favorites. More powered up versions, obviously, more damage and everything, but the tornado spells are just... I'm a boring gamer, I want consistent damage. Unfortunately, because I'm doing so much running around, they're lasting longer, which means their health is going to regen. But hey, rather win a half-hour battle than lose a 5-second one, right? Probably not getting too many rights there, and I can understand that. Now, it looks like that little room at the bottom might be a treasure room. That's certainly how they look by design. When you're looking at these maps, but I did happen to see the stairs down were more towards the, No, wait, that is the treasure room, isn't it? Holy cow, it's only a 2-floor dungeon. You'd swear I didn't just shoot this footage last night. Yeah, that is the treasure room down there. I was thinking of the run we had done previously that I did not record because I told myself no way on earth was I recording a run that at that time. I just wanted to have some fun. Here I'm trying for an elemental hit on the green worm. I've got got an earth element sword. I'm guessing it's an earth element sword. It has an earth attack and water attack. Pick up a fire bracer out of the chest there, and a green gale. Moving forward to a diagonal hallway. This one's going to lead us to the very top of the map. Nothing special going on there. But we do run into a dead-end corridor with a chest at the end, and here's another green worm, mercifully not more evil armor. Those guys have quickly... I don't think they're the worst enemy I've ever faced. They're certainly not my least favorite. But they're up there because, man, hit one button wrong, you're toast. I'm sure in a few levels, once I get back to advancing my characters. Kind of put that on hold. Been having too much fun just goofing off and, you know, chatting with people and getting these uploads in. But once I get up to level, I'm sure they'll be just like everything else. And remember when these things were the worst? Except for Moo Guardians, those are always the worst. One more portal to go here, and we're let off the hook. It's a treasure chest. So overall, a very merciful dungeon on us, but when it decided to hit us, it hit hard. Gonna go into the treasure room here. Not too much left in this capture. Really quick for the Weekend Warrior, but I'm gonna take a moment here because I said I was lucky enough to get some recording in with Zachmon and Stein the other day to sort of show what an interview style show might be like for me. So I'm just going to switch over to that and let you see what that is going to feel like coming up here.
Then I saw that it was like a level 99 character. Name was all in Japanese. So I found him like staring off at the far end of the map, just kind of like waiting there. So I went over to him and I tried to talk to him and he wouldn't answer me. Then he initiated a trade and gave me 25 piney apples. And then like I tried to talk to him a couple of times and he wouldn't answer. So I just wrote some like random Japanese characters. I'm sure it didn't make any sense at all. And then he said something in Japanese and then he left.
He cursed you off, maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. Or he was like, "You're insulting."
What if he's guys from CC2? Just,
Wouldn't that be hilarious?
Up till the point where this all gets taken down, yes.
To be honest, if we're gonna get like shut down, it's not gonna be because of CC2. It's gonna be because of Bandai.
Fair.
Because I think CC2 are like they're fine. They're very fine with this.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, so I just tried to figure out the name. Okay, it's Daikirai, which is like I hate. Literally, his name is hate.
Well, he's got
So
a funny way
it's-
of
it's-
expressing it.
Yeah, so it's basically Bandai coming and saying, "I hate this shit, but it's too good."
Nice. Now, I want to get my little selfish admission out of the way here. I've got this on voice chat specifically because I wanted to see if the setup I have will capture audio as well as video, and I'm taking a cap of this. Hope that's
Sure.
okay
No
with
problem.
you guys. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Of
I
no
don't think
problem.
we're gonna say anything that's as interesting as your commentary, but
Well, that's mostly due to the head trauma, but thank you.
I was just talking to Spooky about this today, about how the game on its face is really pretty simple. And so we are like adding all this lore to it to make it, this rich story environment.
I know, right?
And then you have like Chris Speed going around. Oh, sorry, I forgot to confirm with you guys.
Good
Sorry,
luck.
sorry.
No, I'm good to go.
It's level 7, so it's a bit. It's the people are still trying to unravel the mysteries, to be honest.
So it keeps it fresh.
That sentence right there was a big reason I really wanted to capture some audio with you, Zach, because you've been working on so much of this behind the scenes, whether it's the bulletin boards or the guilds and everything. I just kind of wanted to poke your brain a bit. I thought that would be awesome to hear about. So what's it like working on this stuff?
It's soul crushing. Because the game is not consistent. Oh my god, there are too many enemies in here. Okay, so the game is not consistent at all the way it's developed. The simplest example I could give is, so when you're trying to send a true or false flag to the server, in normal conventions you either send it as 0 or 1, but the game is not consistent in that. There are sections where it's sending at 0 and 1, and there's another section where it's sending it as 8 and 9. So I didn't understand why that was happening. I thought it was maybe some sort of a bug, or I was not capturing the data correctly, but it turns out no, it's just that's how the game worked initially.
Huh. That's
So it's
curious.
just always been really wonky.
Yes, and you can see like section of the games, it's like touched by completely different teams. Because, for example, I can assure you, the people who worked on the guild are not the same people who worked on the BBS, or not the same people who worked on mail, or not the same people who worked on ranking. Because in the guild, so BBS, mail, and everything, whenever you do any kind of request, it gives you all the data you need. So it gives you the ID of the thread, the ID of the post, the ID of the mail, or whatever. But for the guild, it kind of just assumed you already know these information, like it's like saved for you somewhere. I mean, in normal, let's say 2020 convention of development, yeah, like server development, yeah, that's true. But in, let's say, when we were talking about 2006, 2005, I don't think that was the convention back then. The convention was like the client will send everything.
Okay.
Let's open all the portals, Stein.
Okay.
Yeah. And to be honest, I'm not the most expert in this. Like I literally just started. When was it? I started all of this in September, the development of the game, like working on the server of the game, or like late September. I still have a lot to uncover and learn. I'm very thankful to the Dyson and One Up. They are the one who's actually like gave me a lot of the information, and they did all the foundation of everything. And like I'm just like using that to build these new features. Or believe me, I would not if they didn't do that foundation, I would have not been able to do anything.
Fair, and yeah, those guys seem like absolute rock stars when they're talking on there. I am no good with anything technologically related myself. Poor Stein was sitting there trying to explain what the hell a Reddit was to me yesterday.
It wasn't that bad. I actually have to go for a little bit.
No problem. That's okay. No problem.
Yeah, but if you're gonna be playing for a while, I can come back on.
Yeah, no issues. You want us to get out?
Yeah, sorry about that. I wish there was a way for me to just leave so that you guys could keep going.
What do you think? It's a game in 2020?
Okay, so hope you enjoyed that, and thanks again to Stein and Zachmon, one for the run because that was a riot, and two for allowing me to record that audio. It was a bit more informal than I was originally planning on doing. I wanted to do this whole sit-down interview thing, but as usual, life and my lack of preparedness for the first run-through sort of got in the way. Still, had a bunch of fun, had some laughs, and hopefully you gleaned some information there. Especially loved how cool he was about everything and making sure to thank the guys who were helping him out. Guys like Dyson and One Up. A lot of times we get caught up with what's happening right now, and we forget that these guys were in it a long time previously, laying in the foundational stuff to even make this game playable in the first place. Really cool that they're still actively helping out with everything, and it just sort of shows how great this community is at just getting together and making this as awesome an experience as it can be. Just wanted to pop on, show you a little behind the scenes here because I also don't have a hotkey set up for unpause recording. To say my quick thank yous for watching the video, and in no specific way tease what's coming this week on the channel, A Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, in the fragments section. But we're gonna be looking at some things and maybe some people that seems to be accelerating at this moment. It's probably a really good time to jump on this particular topic. So look forward to some more videos and some more different types. Hope you find them interesting. And again, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope you're having a good day. This has been A Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and take care. We'll talk to you soon.